Live video is starting. Who else is live and sees the thing spinning around and is not sure what's happening? 6, 7, 8, 9. Then the timing catches up. Hello! We are downstairs in the house doing an improv live. Dogs are going to be walking around. Whining and scratching. Booted the kids out upstairs to actually my office so I could use the light downstairs and stand up. So I'm going to start trying something a little bit new. I was thinking about doing this rhyme that says live at 5, but I'm in Pacific, so that could be a little bit too late for everybody else. And so I thought, well, let's try live for 5 at noon. And anybody that knows me in person knows I like to talk. And I might pick up a little bit too much speed, but if somebody, Sky, shush. If somebody thinks that I talk too fast when I get passionate and the language gets a little spicy perhaps, then they can always watch it a little slower, as some of us that think fast, move fast, talk fast have to watch everybody else's in a sped up form. Sky, shh. They think that you're talking to somebody on the other side and start crying who has pets that get going. All right, so here we are. In Spiritual Women Born to Rise. Now, the name has changed over the years, but the first part has remained the same. As you all have also been on your sacred journey, refinding yourself, because here we are, arriving into the second act of our lives, peeling away the layers that the world has made us, finding out who we truly are outside of this body, this gender, our name, our country, all the things. Who's underneath? Setting our human even to the side. Can we practice arriving, as you hear me say, our God self, our sacred self, our divine self, where I start every morning, not just like, who do you want to be, but just the basics, the old school virtues. Sky, be quiet. I want some compassion, unconditional love, non-judgment, patience, kindness, that whole walnut, nutshell. That old chestnut, that's the one I was looking for. Okay. So, as we grow, our message, our movement, our business, our purpose, different layers are going to happen. You guys have heard of the upward spiral. We know that time's not linear. Things start making a heck of a lot more sense out here in 3D, in this fantastically beautiful hologram, if you talk like me. If we think a little less linear. So, in the spirit of evolution, the name of the group is going to change. Your business name, your branding, your groups, you might have started and stopped. And then we get stuck in sometimes shame and guilt. Oh, I didn't stick with that long enough. I don't know about you, but back in 2017, I started a few different things, way different name of a company. I knew that I didn't want to go to work for anybody ever again. Set a prayer up to the universe and God, made my first vision board, said, I don't know what I'm meant to do, but please don't ever make me go to work for someone ever again. So I want to live the laptop lifestyle, whatever that means. I didn't even own a computer in 2017. So I wanted to give my talents with love. I wanted to show up and just be me somehow. Can we show up just as us and make money? Who knows? So back then I started t-shirts with a message, inspirational blog, considered a YouTube channel. Back then I was like, oh my gosh, like the idea of camera just still made me crumble. Oh my God, the kids are screaming upstairs. I don't know if that's coming through. Supposed to be doing homeschool, and I said just go play for a while. I think they're playing Squid Game, which is just odd. Probably back in the day when times changed for the oldies, they were like, oh, Elvis Presley, that's disgusting, all those gyrations. I'm gonna let Sky out, she's whining. Come, Sky. Someone hops on the live going, oh my God, where is she? I just realized too, I don't have my microphone downstairs. I hope that you guys can hear me through the computer. All right, so spiritual women born to rise. Now we've added and thrive and change the world. So some of us are already on purpose in one way or another. We may have gone through decades. I know that I did. Like, there's got to be more to life. I'm here for a meaning. That kind of existential angst, like, oh my gosh, I need to do something. I need meaning, fulfillment, purpose. And then, of course, we can also go through a lot of different kinds of anxiety and low-grade depression until we even figure it out, because the first thing is to get to know ourselves. Those layers I was talking about, ourselves. So who are you? What do you even like? And we have this kind of, now I have this body awareness, like I can instantly know. Like I was always energetically sensitive, but so not body aware. So I just had no idea. And so when we're younger, we put ourselves in so many different positions, whether it's jobs or dating the wrong person. And so one of the beautiful things about finally getting a little older and wiser is that self-awareness and the body awareness, especially. So much wisdom, right? So much wisdom. Okay? And so I'm not usually a fan of the word thrive. We are talking about the name of the group at present. Anybody that was with me like 6 years ago, whenever we started it, it was called Empowered and Prosperous Women in Business, we started off as. So shout out to the OGs if you were with me before I even moved to this house. Empowered and Prosperous, yip yip. So already telling you a little bit of a fib, the live 4-5, but anyways, it's nice to be with you all. I'm not checking any comments or anything, so let's just go. Keep going. You like Pikachu in the background? Auntie Audra, can you see Pikachu in the background? This is my little girl's area where she does a whole bunch of art downstairs in the main living room. She's always drawing, so it's just adorable. She just loves to draw. Now, back to the word thrive. Sometimes things get overused, so it's a good time to remind ourselves when we put out any kind of messaging, copy, posts, quote, we can double check them. Even our elevator speeches, let's double check them for those things that get used way, way, way too much. And so when I say thrive, the reason why, of course, that I want to put that in there, besides there's an I that rhymes, and I love rhyming. Universe loves rhyming. Magic loves rhyming. Subconscious loves rhyming. You want to rhyme, you can really get into your subconscious and reprogram. So I decided, because the first bit of the journey, maybe I should backstep for 2 seconds. So when I did my vision board and sent the prayer to the universe saying, I don't know what I meant to do, send me something, coaching crosses my path. So 2 different certifications I get back in 2017, 2018. One is a certified mind-body practitioner. Okay, so this is if somebody happens to not know what mind-body medicine is. We're just talking about the connection between the body and the mind, and more of a holistic approach. So of course we're going to add in whatever your definition of connection to spirit is, nature, the universe, God, the energetic field, and then holistic wellness as a whole. But also I became certified as a business coach. Now, for a little while, I was still in the spiritual closet, so I was still feeling out of alignment, because the people that I started working with wanted strategy only, which is fine. Of course there's a place for like real world action. But what I kept finding is my ladies are showing up and they're in a 9 to 5 that's soul sucking. They don't even have any time or energy to do the homework, those in-betweens, for the next week until you get back and go, did we do what we wanted to do? And things weren't getting done. And how can we make movement in the world even when we're not even wrapping it up in self-care and some sort of holistic wellness? So I really had to, that was part of my revamp and figuring out what I wanted to do, is why sometimes you'll hear me say energy first business coach or wellness first, is because when I teach or who I want to help, we need to do that as well. So we're doing a holistic approach, meaning like the business is going to get wrapped around us. We're not like wrapping our entire life and wellness around the business. We can't push forward like that anymore. We're not going to do success the way it's been modeled for all these hundreds of years. We're not like Clint Eastwood as a cowboy. So we're always looking at that. You guys might have heard the masculine feminine balance. Like, what the heck does that mean anyways? We're going to balance the doing, the being, and the becoming. There is no other way. When we say doing, when we say inspired action, what do we mean by that? Some of us, and there's different stages during our life and during our week and during the year, that these kind of things change. So sometimes when you hear too much in the masculine, that could mean like, you're just, that masculine energy is go, go, go and do, do, do. But then when we're doing that, then we're making sacrifices elsewhere. So, and then when we're being, which all of us need to practice being, so during your day, that's where our practical mindfulness just comes in. It's not always about mindful meditation and you just like sit and go through the senses and be here. It's not always about that. It's just getting a hold of yourself. Here we are, I'm in front of the computer, or washing the dishes or whatever, and I'm not saying it's like easy. Your mind was made to think, there's nothing wrong, but are you in the past or are you in the future? And it's not always like the childhood things or the whatever happened to us, the story that we tell about what happened to us, or worried about the future. It could just be like 2 minutes before, or that shopping list like 1 minute in the future. So anyways, you're going to free up a lot of energy. When I do this action, what I'm picturing really is imagine just a balloon. And I'm not talking about right now like your whole electromagnetic energy field, your aura and whatnot. I'm just saying, like, let's just imagine a balloon, and just one little tiny pinprick, you're going to hear this like sss. So every time you're thinking about something else, so I'm thinking about this, thinking about this, thinking about this, thinking about this, and we're all overextended women, so busy lives, busy minds. It's the same for everybody, so it takes practice. If I can do it with my busy mind, anybody can get there. And also on this road, on this beautiful sacred journey of ours, we're also just don't forget self-compassion, radical self-honesty, self-acceptance, self-compassion. Now, we've heard this over and over. Can we be as kind to ourselves, as gentle to ourselves as we are to our pets and our loved ones? Or even like, okay, walk through nature and go, oh my God, you're so beautiful. And hug a tree. If you're like me, I'll be like, oh, I just love you. And like, I love my fleecy blankets at night, but I'll tell you, like, some rough bark on my face, I'm just like, oh, this feels so good. Yeah, I'm that weirdo, and you guys probably are too. You bring in rocks home every time you go for a walk. You got stones and feathers and sticks and all these things that you've brought home from nature, all these like weird things. But of course, that's part of it. Part of that spiritual connection, especially for people like us, and I say us in general, like if you found yourself here, of course, is kind of a shamanistic way of looking at things. So we've got the directions, and we've got the totem animals, and just all of it, just all of that beautiful beauty of the great mystery, right? Okay, so anyways, totally don't know where I was. So, to rise, to thrive, and to change the world, we are going to do things different. Here I am at 15 minutes. Okay, nice try for my idea of making a rhyme of live for 5. Anywho, okay. What we're going to add in, guys, of course, there's self-care. And again, of course, we're not talking about bubble baths and massages, however nice they are. What I want you guys to do is mini micro moments. We got movement, move your joints, look up, oh, look all over, squeeze those muscles behind. You've been sitting down. Okay, bend over, reach up. You're at the kitchen counter. You can lean over, do a couple things. You're waiting for the microwave because you needed to heat your coffee or tea probably about 100 times, because let's face it, more often than not, it's going to be tepid, especially if you're a mom. But anyways, you just forget. So how else can we add this in? Little tiny steps. Remember, this 1% forward, this 1% different. Something that I do, so I started remembering more water for myself. The pet water is always empty. There's signs that say, hey, who's going to help me? So my kids are like 8 and 11. Like, who is going to help me? And I worry when I'm out of the house, do my pets seriously go without water for that long? Because the thing's always empty. Anyway, so when you go to fill the dog dish, you put it down. This is a little bit of self-discipline. This is self-discipline mixed with the self-compassion as we slowly make miniature choices. This is also energetic standards, boundaries, gentle, create and maintain. Part of those, that is taking care of yourself, putting a stake in the ground, taking a stand for yourself. So here we are with the pet dish. Drink a glass of water yourself. Then put the dog dish back down. Teeny tiny things, right? If it's tough to find these blocks of time, I used to try to find blocks of time for the things, the exercise, the movement, eating healthy, all these different things. Just find small ways to insert it in there. Teeny tiny ways. Yeah, so back to the beginning, I'm like, hey, I don't even know. Did I even say who I was? Okay, anyways. Julavine from the wildlyabundantwoman.com. Very nice to meet you. Enchanté. Dozo yoroshiku. And mucho gusto. And all those things. I am a holistic mind-body expert and energy first business coach. A lot of us are blocking what we're asking for. Why do we need energy first? We want, but heaven forbid, as sensitives, empaths, all the things, heaven forbid that disrupts our life. We're blocking this. So are you hanging your energetic shingle out there? Like old school brick and mortar, hang your shingle out that says open, open. Okay? There's like a poem quote from Rumi, and it's something about like, instead of looking out there for it, and I can't remember what it is, if it's love or what it is, but you can insert love, success, abundance, anything into it. Instead of looking out there in the world, instead, of course, this is paraphrasing, turn and face yourself. That's the way that I say, turn and face yourself with radical honesty. So instead of looking out there, instead look inside at where you are blocking it from just arriving. We know that there's unlimited abundance. We know that we're attached to the quantum field. So quantum science is the most verified science, like tested and verified, of all sciences on the planet. If it says consciousness creates, if it says it's malleable, we have scalar waves. We're collapsing, coming in. Do. Matter, wave, matter, wave. We have to take more control. That's all I'm saying. Take more control. And energy matters. Intention matters. So I really wanted to start doing business as the a theme for Thursdays in the group. Okay, so I really want to do like Wednesday for the wellness. Every once in a while we do like, Soulful Sunday, so like spirituality there, if I can get my butt on and do some more teachings live for 5 at noon. Who can keep it to that? I think I have to practice what I'm going to say instead of just like willy-nilly, right? Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Oh no, the energy first thing. Yeah, so some of the stuff is about what does it mean being in alignment with a an introduction, with an offer, anything. Is that we can't always use our thinking mind. We have to do it has to be a bridge of what we really, really, really want to do, or who we really, 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 really want to work with, what we really, really love, what we really, really want, and of course what the world needs. We all have a unique brilliance, I call it. So everybody has something innate. So it's part of their purpose, their higher calling, their soul mission, that there's something you're really good at. There's something that everyone's really, really good at, better than anybody else on the planet. So you arrived with something you're really good at, then your life experience, even if you're not doing everything up to this point, even if you're not doing that first part, that experience still all counts until the person that you are now. Last but not least, when you hear your mess becomes your message, what the heck does that mean? Up until now, I didn't ever want to talk about my childhood, any of my angst. I didn't want to talk about anxiety, panic attacks, all my well-being, the hard times bedridden with lupus, pain, fatigue. I was like, I can't think of anything worse. I don't want to talk about that. And then you get to a certain point, and maybe it's a certain point in your healing process too, is that when your mess becomes part of your message, not all of it per se, you can still get to choose like, oh, what brings me joy? Well, I found a way that has to do with like controlling the self-talk, and then that, of course, the emotions that causes. Now, I'm not the greatest at emotional regulation because I can just fly off, like my passion bubble is really close to the surface. But one thing I am really good at is cultivating positive emotion. So I can really go, yay, like I do it. There's colors all over. I put cartoons on, music. Okay, so then you just like choose a whole bunch of like happy, positive, optimistic, joyful, like that's just now naturally who I am. So we've got the thought creates the emotion, and that creates your vibration. So whether you can say it or not, this is all proven and scientifically backed now, yeah? About this vibration. So we are a magnet. Your thoughts place the order because that's electric. Your thoughts go out like a broadcast, measurable and proved, and the emotions you feel act like a magnet and draw towards you experiences. So things are just floating towards you in space, whee, coming from all over the universe. So your magnetic vibrational pull has to do with the now people always say like, how can you say that I attracted this flat tire or this bill for the something? Not that specifically, but this is this is like your vibrations like this, your frequency is like how high, so you're going to get a higher quality of life. Now another time, this is just giving me an idea, like all the things we can do to stay higher vibe, then all the things coming at you start increasing. And your outlooks, we're always looking at the perspective and the mind and the mindset as well. I've gone all over hither and yon today. I just get excited and I just love to teach. So that's what you get for not hopping on with a plan. I did have my notebook here. I was like, oh, let's just do this kind of oracle thing. I'll just like flip, and whatever I land on, that's what I will say that is like our oracle card and what I'll teach today. So this was like how to, what is this one? Oh, like about a simple connection statement. And okay, maybe I will do this really, really quick. 25 minutes, good Lord. So offering the transformation that they want. There's only one thing that we should be offering. It's a transformation from the hell that they are currently in to the heaven that they long for after their problem is solved. The more that you can show you understand, the more, I can't see this in this light, the more they will believe you. And, okay, reminder to self, bring your eyeglasses. Yeah, make sure your offer is crystal, incredibly, blindingly clear. Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. Anyway, so if people want to talk about that, how to make a connection statement, anything to do with an offer, anything to do with what I talked about, just say what called to you down below, and I can do a specific, like actually try to stay on topic and do a proper one instead of randomly going all over the place, which is probably, if anyone else has ADHD, they're like, woo, that was way more entertaining. And they're like, yes, because it's very hard to sit still and concentrate. So if you do have a crazy brain, you might have liked going all over the place. Okay, anyways. Bright blessings to you guys. I am on Vancouver Island on the west coast of Canada. For any of you that don't know where I live, your hostess with the mostest here in the group. Let us know where you're from. I keep meaning to do a post where I'm like, roll call, and like where people are from, because it's kind of like a traveling vicariously, and in a sense, like, just feels really good. Like right now I haven't traveled in a long time. So that would be super, super awesome to hear where everybody's from. Something that stood out, an aha, a golden nugget. And again, there's a lot of info, like a fire hose that just got blasted. So don't use your analytical mind. Get out of your head. It's a dangerous place. If you catch yourself thinking, just drop into your heart. Go through life by feel. We're going to need it more than ever here on the planet in this day and age. How does it feel? Know what truth feels like. Know what yes and no feels like in your body. Maintain your boundaries. Choose yourself first. Remember, you're not a drop in the ocean. You're the entire ocean in a drop. As an extension of pure source energy. The wave can't be apart from the ocean. The sun ray coming off can't be apart from the sun. This is you. So, lean into your sacred self. We're all attached via the quantum field. Okay? When this body goes, you're still spirit. We're all part of the whole. It's really important that you don't ever feel alone ever again, knowing that you're an integral part of this entire universe. And especially, you know, we're talking about Mother Earth and living on Earth at this time, right? Remember, wellness matters. So there's no other way. You need to find ways to work on the self-worth. What I'm noticing about people that would like to feel better is you have to just find those tiny moments, and it has to do with self-worth and knowing that you deserve it, so that you're taking care of yourself instead of just your family or whatever the case is. You matter. What you do matters. There's craziness out there. But you're light workers, intuitive empaths, change makers, feminine leaders, all the things. As well as, of course, old souls, star seeds, all that too. You might be neurodivergent, beautiful, brilliant mind, sensitive, SPD like myself, sensory processing, easily overloaded. If you want a special video about any of those things, let me know. And yeah, I guess I'll let you go. I'm only 25 minutes past the 5 at noon. I'll practice. I really wanted to, besides wanting to rhyme and not going at 5 o'clock my time, I really just wanted people to know that they could like hop on and watch something really quick and get in and out. Because no one's clicking on a video when they don't have a half an hour. They're like, I'll go back. Anyways, okay. Much love to you guys. Take care. See you soon.